Hi, my name's Leigh and I'm from Port Elizabeth, and I'm just going to be sharing a bit of my story with you. So I was raised in a very loving home. My dad, being a Roman Catholic, meant that we went to church on Christmas and Easter. Every single year we'd be ticking off those boxes. And if you had to ask me what religion I wasn't Hindu, I wasn't Muslim, I certainly would have told you that I'm Christian. I even read my Bible every night from the age of 12, and I sometimes read it out of guilt, sometimes out of fear, but there were other times that I really believed the Lord was pursuing me through those moments with Him. And I even wrote poems to Jesus and about Jesus, so I definitely would have told you that I was a Christian. But the problem was that I saw Him as Savior and friend, but not as Lord. And so I wasn't actually yielded to Him, I wasn't actually under Him, and I wanted Him on my own terms. And so the fruit of this was very evident when I hit high school. I began to live for the affirmation of people. I found my identity in sport, and I lived in sin, a lot of sin. And I went through my high school years, carrying on doing my own thing. And at the end of grade 11, I started to feel really bad and convicted about things I was doing. Gossiping and drinking, I just started to feel like it was wrong, and I started to question whether I actually was a Christian. So I went through a journey of figuring that out and questioning. And when I went to study in Pretoria, I actually went to study at Tux, and I believe the Lord used that time to really soften my heart. And I went to go visit a giant church in Hatfield. I sat right at the back, petrified. And at the end of the meeting, some guy out of this mega church walked straight to me, and he said to me, "I just felt to tell you that you can trust Jesus with your life." And when he spoke to me, it felt like his words hit right into my heart. And I couldn't deny that it was the Lord's words actually through this guy. And I acted casual, tried not to cry in front of him, went to my car afterwards, and I just cried. And I cried out to God, and I believe in that time, the Lord broke into my heart. And as I sat in the car, I felt His presence just washing over me. And I realized, I had a moment of realization that I'd been living for myself and not for God. And in that moment, I gave my life to Jesus. I said, "Jesus, I want to live for you." And for an hour, I just encountered the presence of God washing over me. And I really believe that's when I began to journey with Jesus, when I began to walk with Him, when I became born again, and my heart was made new. And when I was brought out of the kingdom of darkness and into the kingdom of light, and He gave me a new heart. That's when I began to live for God. And there was a whole journey from there on. It took a while to get into healthy church. Probably about 4 years before I was actually in a healthy church. But God really has been my king since that moment. And He dealt with my heart. He set me free from fear. He set me free from even the clutches of sin. And I love Him very much.